Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your timeless love variant reading. Please bear in mind a few things before we get started. First and foremost, if you like any of my tarot services or to inquire about anything or even wanting a remote healing session, please know I am a master healer. Time and place, wherever you are, plays no role in how well you can heal working with me. All right. Interesting energies wanting to already show up. There's a lot of people showing up in this room. Hello there. All right, someone's pineal gland is active like a motherfucker. Seeing a lot of things. But like I said, let me get to some things before we get started with this reading here. Everyone needs to have a seat. Okay. Now, these messages may resonate more if you're here for your sun rising and or Jupiter position more so than your moon placement. If you are a Taurian in your moon placement, whatever is that you may be looking for is yeah, okay, okay. For some of you who are here because you're fearful of something, if that immediately shows up, this reading may not be for you. The issues that you're seeking may not be found in the depthness of what it is that you may need at this time. So with that energy, you may be able to find what it is that you're looking for using that same intuitive power, checking out my second channel. For Bastet is the ruler of the realm that which it is your energies are coming from and inquiring about. So I would suggest you check the description box below on how to get to the second channel and use your intuition to see any content there, or maybe deciding to subscribe to that channel and anticipate more content to come. This is a one-lady show, so with that being said, any newcomers, I welcome your stay. For any returning listeners, I appreciate you allowing me to go at this pace that I'm going at. Now, past, present, and future energetical timelines could always come forth within a reading. With some parameters having now been addressed, you will know already if this energy is for you. You will never lose out from hearing these readings. It's just to get to a certain point that I can intuitively seek, for I can go into many different degrees of paradigms of dimensional thought. So certain points that are really loud, I add a message to it, and so when it triggers you, you'll know it automatically and you will use your discernment. So Taurus, there's a majority of you who have done a lot of healing, and with that, and allowing yourself to accept the concept of the whole age of Aquarius, age of cognitive dissonance, the informational overload, there's a lot of willingness as natural Taurian Hierophant energy that you have in the tarot markings of expression that is willing to take in a lot of data. And already you're putting yourself in that leadership quality to soak in yourself in that as a sponge, everything that you want and everything that you can. And a lot of you are coral reefs in that matter. Not being a water element, but being able to really dive deep and get really the color fluorescent, vivacious vibrations of the dialogue that you're soaking up for yourself. Some of you could use a little bit more hydration. You're dehydrating yourself with a lot of mental anguish. So remember to consume a bit more of a liquid diet rather than a solid diet, all right? I will hit the mile marker for those of you that the message belongs to. Fuck, I left my drink over there. Anyway, so the individuals that had to take a seat in the presence of you while wanting to talk to me are eager for you to address your shadows. Those are the individuals of your ancestors, guides, spirits, attachments, whatever it is that you feel heart connected to at this moment of receiving this message, that want to prevent you from going into what the tarot could allude you as is a tower moment. And whether it affects you physically, environmentally, geographically, emotionally, physiologically, is inevitable. It is not a call to be worried about, hence why whoever is triggered by fear, the narrative for you has to change a little bit. And that's why what you may be looking for, the energies are maybe found in the other channel. All right. The wisdom is still the same, being able to conquer and make it to the other side, being able to attach yourself to a level of ego awareness and using that as the devil energy to make you subtly aware of anything negative and being a warrior and subtly taming those energies when and if need be. It is a huge learning curve and opportunity for you to listen out to the natural vibrations that you call yourself upon to listen to help guide the path that you'd like to walk upon, and be diligent in working as and for in favor of them, because it will allow you to understand time portal and time travel in a bit more of a linear fashion. So love variant already, it's like, I mean, like, I did say love variant, right? And it's pretty fucking heavy in regards to the, like, whoa, I thought this could be like a singles reading. Is my partner coming in? It's like, is this marriage gonna work? It's like the divorce final, like all these, I'm not trying to be petty here and bringing these energies up like that. It is just a natural flow to the energy of mockery, that to think of the linear fashion that you want to go with, and also appeasing to the ancestral knowledge, is not just solidifying the bound of romantic relationships. All right, hence why the love variant is powerful in any degree that you look into thinking that you can get something and maybe actually receiving something completely out, something different from reading and listening out to this messages, and maybe also then getting some sort of like shock value for yourself that is maybe needed at this time. I'm seeing like a defibrillator needing like a resurrection. That's what like segment energy is very known to be. There you go, shock value. All right, the Five of Pentacles, I said that there is a siren of a call of something needing to affect you. And that is this is the energy to say things are not well. And whatever feeling that brought you here is that notion of how unwell you are doing, okay? It is not a disease, it is not chronic. It is an unwellness that might have been tuned a little bit too dark into the negative soul vibration, that anything that wants to vibrate to a higher degree of potency, of purity, has just a harder fucking time in the swampage of sewage that it's in to get there at this time. But it doesn't mean that the ancestral piles that you walk in can't can't give you a time jump here. All right, so don't be shocked if you get like a sun card or something like, whoa, a shock value coming up. So the idea of shock value, because now you're like, oh my god, is he here, whatever, is not important to the actual cause of being very aware of something always happening. And once the trigger has been said, be aware, it is up to you to use your physiological nerve endings to be able to channel where the triggering will happen in your body. And that is about understanding yourself in a moment of stillness and figuring out the chaos that's happening within you, whether it's a panic attack, anxiousness, anxiety, and learning how to, with breath, if that's the trigger that you need to get into the mental mode of therapy for yourself. Those are therapeutical pursuits that you can do outside of the pharmaceutical approach that some people are gravitating towards when you get into the side effects of dealing with ether. All right, so it's a problem with ether when man has decided to go man as in feminine and masculine energies here. All right, please don't fucking take this shit too personal here. When the human Homo sapien decided to experiment with the compound of chemistry, that's when the ideology started breaking into the veil of damnation, as in, oh, we're gonna trust that first before the solids of Mother Nature. And that's where Mother Nature is like, I'm gonna kick y'all asses till the day you understand what resurrection is, to not fuck with my energies and the product that I give you, and the ability to, yes, compute some of these products together and make more of me, but to take the degree of the essence of what I am and to change it or to mock me is a form of treason to the lands of that which it is you walk upon. And we all essentially walk on the same land called Earth. So the shock value has diminished, but the shock value is internal. The Fool, all right? The Fool, the essence of the sun is hidden in the background of what you think the sun is. The conspiracy theory is tied to it, what it means, but at the end of the day, your two eyes, whether you can see through them or not, allows you to understand the power of something big in the sky, all right? And then when it goes in the absence for a while, something else kind of mockery comes in its place, as powerful, but just not as ferocious, all right? The mystery of the moon is a bit different. It turns things upside down, and that is the mockery of coexistence. Understanding that is understanding unconditional love that you can't get away from either. The love of various ways, the variant ways to feel victorious and being sacrilegious with yourself, allowing yourself to take risks, allowing yourself to heal, allowing to understand the narrative, to not appease the narrative and how it should be done, but finding a way for you to do it so that you will show up and get it done. I'm seeing that there are a bit too many like sexual partners at this time for as powerful and influential that you are. All right, there's a degree of needing to find a sacred form of communication with your partner so that you're not fucking up the fucking energy here. All right, you're getting fucking a little sloppy here. I need to call out some signs here. I'm hearing Aries. I'm hearing Virgo. A sign that you would have never really guessed. Where is it? Where is it? Sagittarius. Interesting. Why would we not have guessed Sagittarius? Because Sagittarius is a go-getter, all right? And when they make social contracts verbally pretty well. So, interesting. All right, anyway, jumping over that. Bye. Gotta go. Taurus, back to you. This is still tied to you, though. It'll make sense to someone. Just not interested in that game. All right, Ace of Wands. The competition is high. All right, Ace of Wands is also very sexual energy here. All right, it just means that it means what it means because you're feeling it. All right, so to understand what it is you're feeling, I can put some words to that, I guess. Be less sexually active to understand what you're left with, because you're picking up a lot of energy and you're not understanding in the time that you need to spend with yourself on addressing those issues. Because boy, let me tell you, if I go down that fucking rabbit hole, I'm gonna say we've been here before. But I see you're trying. You're trying different attributes of discovery of self. You're trying, you're working, you're diligently learning, you're giving yourself a reset. When you're trying, you're just fucking trying. And you're very victorious in the way that you're trying. You're seeing the things that could be fixed and you're willing to show up to fix it. I'm seeing that. You're very detail-oriented as a Virgo energy as well. All right, that's because there's a lot of galactic influence that you respect, and in doing so, you're respecting Virgo overall intuitive galactic light energy, period. But the ego isn't really satisfied by your personality, because the ego is, like I said, trying to understand why the fuck you still have fear, and you know too much to be still holding on to all that secrecy. And the partnership card, Two of Cups. Like I said, some of you are just around with too many partners, all right? I'm literally seeing someone's magic stick here. Just going bananas, all right? Now, in that ideology, there's a lot of people that have had like this culty aspect of like this like We are one. Togetherness. Weird mantra going on. And the moment it's a mantra, first and foremost, it's a ritual and it's fucking weird. All right. It's weird. No disrespect to those who do rituals, but you're not appreciating the human journey. Part of being a strong individual vibrationally and galactically is to understand that you have a fucking role to play. And that role is be human. Don't make the role of human more than the role of human is ought to be. For that, be a bit more powerful intellectually as far as emotional development of self here, because that will appease you of the high vibrational light that you can be, and you can do some mystical fucking amazing things. And just remember that there have been times of the history as we know it, that there have been people that are considered Homo sapiens tied to our ancestors here in one degree or another, that they have done some absolutely fascinating work with some advanced technological craftsmanship, and we still don't know how they got that shit done. And the concept of still don't know is convoluted to the way that our imagination lacks the possibility of accepting things. Wild, all right? Like I said, because the notion of, is my partner, and is my partner loyal to me? And if this is a true soulmate, I understand. I was there, all right? I was there. I was there. I don't think anyone could have been as neurotic as I have been in trying to understand the concept of love. All right? This is why I'm like, yellow light, motherfuckers, yellow light. I'm not going to give you the red light. I'm also not going to give you the green light. I'm going to say yellow light, yellow, the Fool card, the yellow, caution, cuidado, red flags, pay attention to them. It doesn't mean that you can't swim in the fucking waters, though, because some of y'all like to swim with the sharks. Oh, man. All right. Some of you are just wanting tied bonds, but some of you have not shown up to crafting true loyalty in former bonds that have been passed and have crossed your paths, Taurus. Like I said, some of you want that bond, that true love, that Ace of Cups. Oh, that didn't look like no good energy right there. I swear. This is the tower? Yeah, this is the tower. That's the tower. I said it, Taurus. I said it. And I swear by the moon and stars in the sky. Oh, I do not. Okay, I have to explain this. I am not laughing at anyone's life experience here. I'm laughing at the sheer mockery of having this conversation with the energies of the room and saying that a chaos will happen. And I'm telling you, this is the siren before you'll think there's a shock value, and then there's something of the bitter truth. The shock value is playing with your fucking emotions. Are you getting it yet? Are you getting it yet? Are you understanding that the emotions is the power to steer the boat to which way that you want to go? Whether or not the journey of getting to that destination is going to be smooth is not dependent on how well you are as a fucking captain of that goddamn ship. It is indicative to knowing the titles of emotions that happen with the oceans of the goddamn the waves emotions, okay? The ocean's I'm confused. It's the ocean's emotion, all right? Convoluted in the waves, in the tidal waves, and the shit that happens out there, all right? Bottom of the deck here, the King of Wands. It's just emotions taking me over. Caught up in sorrow, lost in the sun. Okay, whatever. Anyway, do you feel it, Taurus? All right, some of y'all are just like really good at having a conversation, being very logical, being very pragmatic, like very leadership. And then you're a bit flip-floppy with the emotional. You're not really there emotionally, meaning you're not very available, all right? You're afraid of bombs, but when something really good is in front of you, you sure know how to break that. And it's very unfortunate, Taurus. Very fucking unfortunate. And I'm saying it that way because there are things that you could fucking potentially be doing to make things a bit better for yourself. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I think we do know what you want. You do know that. And whatever it takes to get what it is you want, or to experience that what it is that you want, you make sure to get. It is very important for you. The emotional fuckery of it all, however, just that fucks you up. All right, it fucks you up, and that's where people got it fucked up. How you truly operate in private ways. Taurus, don't let me meet ya in person. Oh, in a way, I'm just totally fucking kidding here, right? Don't be fucking shy. Don't be shy. We all have flaws. We're all broken. And we're all polished, and thus we are crystals. All right, 6 of Swords, making into that mental anguish. I told you it's the mental tidal wave of being the leader of the fucking boat. And we have the boat, you're the captain of the ship, and anything important, you will make sure you will get it to its destination. Drama in the halizzle, more so in the mental space, all right? You're not really about that life for anyone. Take control of your mind, Taurus, all right? That is why you are the bull that you are, all right? That is what makes you Taurus. You will just go, all right? And you will not shy away and trample over people. What the fuck ever. Right? But the emotional shit is the tough part, and for you to admit that is hard. All right, but you have to. You realize and you know you have to. And whichever way, ether, any answers, or whatever it is that guides you in the path of walk, blah 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 blah. Want to make sure that you are doing it quote unquote right. Quote unquote right means being profitable in your mind space and governing every corner for yourself. Also disciplining yourself. The world. I mean, the world is literally your possibility. I told you, you go, you know. You are not shy away from being all facets of that of which it is that you want to be, what you strive to be, that you want to become. And those are all ways to understand the fragilities of self, and also the relationships at the end of the day that you build. But, you know, being your own mommy and daddy is a little bit imperative at this time. Yeah, 2 of Cups. Daughter of Pentacles. And the World card here again. Wow. Yeah, there's a need to surrender a bit on feminine and masculine energies of ether, all right? Understanding the romance and dance between the 2 energies. Yeah, it can show itself in the romance of loving a lot of people, because everyone is charming, maybe charming, and maybe also loves you, is like in awe of your beauty because you're so deliciously handsome or cute, Taurus, right? And it's like googity gaga looking at you. It's like, fuck, I am fucked kind of energy when someone comes around you and is like drawn to you. All right, it is very hard to be like, all right, I'm not drawn to Taurus anymore, and it's hard. All right, you make it easy because you just go in the fucking shadows, you disappear. It's like you're gone, you're somewhere else. And in a way you kind of know that, because you also hate that it exists, but you also use it as a motive to forge the path ahead. and you need to make sense of that a bit more for yourself, because you know exactly what it is I'm talking to, for whom it is triggering. Okay, so get your shit together, Taurus. People that got their eyes on you, and you know this. You put yourself in that position, and you want to literally take on a lot of responsibilities. So let Bastet not come into this goddamn reading and fact check this shit, because right now, in the light of all things, pretty good. Like I said, don't let Bastet get into the mix with the Hangman energy, putting you in a massive timeout. And Mommy comes up, Mother of Wands, and says, do you have it all figured out? So you're trying to figure it out. You're trying to figure it out. You're trying to figure... I know, Taurus. You are trying... Taurus, relax. Calm those nerves over there. Relax. You are trying. You are doing it. Fucking relax. Someone is... nerves just shut the fuck up. Take a breather. Woo! Relax. It'll be all right. You're figuring it out. You're figuring it out. Figuring it out. See? Whoa. Like I said, you're figuring it out. You're looking at the dark spot and you're like, I don't want this. I don't want the demons to come get me. Woo! Ooh, yes. And like I said, I do not want Bastet to come into this energy. She will not. She doesn't like showing up. Sister rivalry. Alright. Like I said, feminine and masculine energy is being tested to come and resurrect you, to give you the understanding of what the ancestors, and that of which you walk with, that of whatever light that you guide with, darkness, lightness, whatever you call it. However, whatever pulsates through your veins has lots of messages for you at this time. It is now the most important thing for you to do is to listen to every crevice of the darkness that is considered your fears, and to understand that you will make it to the other side. That's great. I like it because I can see it from the other side, and the other side is like, ooh, whoop-dee. I know, the ego is like, nah, I don't like this shit. And your emotions are like, maybe I don't like her. Maybe I don't like this. I don't think this was for me. I don't think this was for me. Toxic femininity out there, relax. Health, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are, Taurus. Like I said, every crevice of your being. Fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Like I said, fear, imagination. I embraced and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. A little hint, a little riddle is to pay attention to colors, hues, and any potential symbolism that you might be receiving as you look upon these cards, and reflect those energies, because you have those colors vibrating through you, especially if you're operating of crystal consciousness. Crystal consciousness is a vibration of frequency that is tied to all things knowing, and all things knowing is Karayasa Ta'ala. It is found in music, so we don't give a shit about the story that it has to tell, alright? Because music will affect anyone, and everyone has a story to tell. With that being said, Taurus, I'm wishing you a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are in the ether of this time and space. If you'd like any of my services from tarot or a remote healing session, I'm available via the description box below. Take care. Well, may you keep flowing, growing, and glowing. Take care.